What's up, guys? It's me, Brandon, here. I'm making this video so I can talk about that thing, my truck. It's a 78 Ford F-150, 5.8 liter, 351 modified. I'm gonna try to do my best. There she is. I'm gonna start her up here in a minute. Talk about it. How did I get it? And all the other stuff. Excuse for the mess in here, but I figure I'll show you the interior. And yes, I will start it up, and I just can't drive it. It's stick. I could drive with it, but I got bad rear 9-inch, Ford 9-inch. If anybody knows one, hook me up. I'm just gonna replace the whole thing. At least I know the axles and the gears are somewhat okay. I was gonna replace the inner bearing, but take that apart, and just gonna sit out here until next time I get the day off. But okay, I got this truck about it's been about a year. I had this truck for a year. I replaced the ignition coil. I'm trying to get the truck in the shot. I ain't doing very good at this vlogging stuff. I replaced the ignition coil. There's something else I replaced, and it didn't run. It was, oh my gosh, I'm bad at this. Yep, I just don't even look at the screen. That's why. Just have to keep it like this. I had to replace. Let me see. I hope you guys can see that. I replaced the ignition coil, the starter solenoid. I don't know if you guys can see that. I put a brand new carburetor on it, but the other one was junk. But that was after I found out it ran. Then all of a sudden I changed the module over there, that one that's on the firewall. And I did finally get spark, but it just didn't run very good. So then later on I replaced the distributor, because when my uncle did this, he's trying to set the timing, because I always backfired, and it was just third gear, just third gear. So I messed with it, got out of time, and didn't want to run again. So I took it to a mechanic. If you're in Florida, if you want a good mechanic, go to Fort White Automotive. This guy named Dave, he's really cool. He's the one who replaced my distributor. He's the one. He said, "Oh, I know what the problem is." Paid me. He said, "I only have to pay $75. Ain't bad, especially in the type of condition I am, living on a farm." But so we finally got it running. I drove up and down the road and make sure everything was all right. And I took it. And guys, I hope you do not do this in the future. Please don't. Don't take your classics or your old. Hang on. Alright. Don't take your old truck or any type of vehicle to Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube. If you ever watch this, fuck you. Excuse my language. But they really ripped me off. When I first took it to Jiffy Lube, I told them check the whole thing from front to back. They only changed the motor oil. They didn't check my transfer case, my transmission, my front end. They didn't check my front end either. I'm surprised. They did not check my rear end. I drove my truck for a month. The rear end went up. Well, it didn't go out. It just got dry And I can tell you, this is how they did not check it. We had to dig out the old grease and dirt around the old fill plug. Not the drain bolt, but the fill plug. Because if it was empty, didn't often come out. When they checked it, they would have cleaned it out and put fluid in it. But no, they did not check it. So I drove it for a month and a half, actually. And I started hearing noises, and it started grinding. It'll grind bad, but that's only when it's in gear. I talked to some special rear end places. They said he's like, if you already placed the outer bearing in the seal, he's like, it would be the inner bearing. He's like, you need to replace the inner bearing. So I've been thinking about it, and today I was gonna do it, but my dad's asleep. I want him just to help me and show me how to do it if I ever have this problem again in the future. But I love this truck. Before my uncle had a friend, his name I ain't gonna say. He gave it to him. About a year later, no, 2 years later, he finally gave a truck to me as my uncle's wishes. So I always say that my uncle gave it to me before he passed. I'm the actually second owner, but I actually drove the truck. And people ask me a lot of money about this truck. I know this video might be boring, but my uncle, I just can't get rid of it. It means a lot to me. And today he's been gone for 3 years. Tomorrow's gonna be his birthday, but people could offer me a lot of money for it. It's not for sale. It's not. But anyways, just don't take it to Jiffy Lube. If you have something old, do it yourself. Or if you're not, take it to Ford. You can watch them do it. You can ask them. I've done it. If you ever have problems and have any problems with Jiffy Lube, sue them. I should have took a video and picture of it. I didn't. I wish I did. But anyways, my uncle had these gun racks. I put the toolbox on here. I really like it. I love a dash. That ain't the actual miles on it. I don't know if you can see it. But the AC work-ish. I replaced the ignition switch too. I got rid of the old fuel pump. Actually, I got the old one went out. Got a new one. Didn't really work out because of clogged lines. I didn't know that until the last minute. After that, I put the thing over it. There's a thing that goes right over the fuel pump where no air can get in it. Sorry if this video is shaky. I ain't used to this. I haven't been video in a long time. But what I was saying, I got off topic. Just don't take it to Jiffy Lube. I don't mean to cuss on video, but it's hard after they screwed me. They said, why wait a month since you didn't know you had fluid in it? I was like, you're the one supposed to check it, not me. But now I know. But yet again, I should have checked it when I first got it changed, the motor oil change. Because I did check the oil once I got it changed and all that. But if you know anybody with a 9-inch, Ford 9-inch, 350 gears. If you know anybody with gears, 350 gears, hook me up. I need one desperately because I'm tired of driving my new truck. I have a 2016 Ford F150 XL. I enjoy it because the AC's cold, but I love I love my older vehicles. Most of you know I used to have a 95 Mustang. I had to trade that one in, get my white one, for transmission and electrical was going out on that Mustang. So any further ado, I know you guys probably been waiting for this time to come. Let's start her up. Hopefully, I just had to take the battery out because I had a trailer I was working on, seeing the full winch work or not. I was gonna put you guys there. I should have had this planned out, but I normally don't with these type of videos. The radio blew up when when the old ignition control module went out too. See, I have an electric fuel pump on here and makes things a lot easier. It's already getting fuel to the bowl. The fasten seatbelt sometimes go off. See, look, it is just like that. It starts right up. That's the best thing about these old trucks. I love working on old vehicles. And first off, if you're young, if you're ever planning on getting young like me, if you're planning on getting an old vehicle, get it. What's stopping you? Like, if you want to learn how to do something, get one and do it. I'm looking for me another project car, even though I'm not done with this one. I'm gonna restore this truck. Don't get me wrong, I am gonna restore it. But I'm gonna look for me another project car, at least in the 50s or early 60s. Get one. If engine seized, tear it apart, rebuild it. I'm gonna learn. I never done a rebuild on a engine before, but you can pretty much teach yourself. If you can pay attention, learn what the parts are, you can pretty much rebuild it. Just learn as you go. Like, nobody taught me how to rebuild a carburetor on a lawnmower. I learned myself. I taught myself how to rebuild one. I give you an exhaust clip. I think I uploaded to YouTube before. She's idling low because I just kicked off a choke. I love this truck. It was fun driving it too, especially being stick. When I got rid of my Ranger, I sold that for $2,500 to my friend Cody. I'm glad he bought it. He wanted to learn how to drive stick. I tried to teach him, but instead of driving it, he decided to drift it, especially being a 2.3 liter Ranger. Water pumping out, and I think the gaskets are gone on it. I know this video is kind of long. I don't mean it, but I just want to give you in-depth of my truck, my 78 Ford. I'm gonna pause it, wait until it warms up, and I'm gonna show you the engine and the tail, exhaust pipe, the sound clip. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, so she's all warmed up, and scared the crap out of me. I heard buzzing, knocking, but she ain't knocking. All right. Purrs like a kitten. I think I have an exhaust leak. I don't think so. No, but I hear a vacuum leak though. Have to get that checked out. Factory AC. Oops. That's my fault. Y'all went for a ride. Oh yeah. If you guys ever like these old videos, there's one YouTuber that does one. His name is Craig. Craig 909. He has a 71 F100 and he has a 61. His new one, 61. I think it's F150 or F250. I can't remember. It's red. I like it. I wish you can come down to Florida. Me and him go for a drive in the mean Big Green. That's my nickname I have for that truck. Big Green. I love that truck. Oh, I replaced a crap load of parts on this truck. I put at least 800. What parts on this truck is not expensive at all. It's cheap. Like the U-joints. For all four, I paid like $50 for all four? For the 2 in the rear and 2 up front. So the 2 up front, I'm kind of anxious to put them back in. Put the drive shaft back in. My rear drive shaft, I had to take it to some semi place in Ocala, Florida. I live in Florida, by the way. I had to get it rebuilt because the guy who put the U-joints in, he didn't put them in right. It was loose and crooked, and he didn't put them in right. So pretty much, when he didn't put them in right, I drove it. It started binding, but inside of a drive shaft, and it's just why would you do that? Like, do it the right way where you don't get any complaints. And that's complete automotive. You don't do that, because now actually rebuilding the drive shaft on it and getting the U-joints all situated, that was $150. I ain't gonna complain about that. No, it's a drive shaft. It's rebuilt. At least you know it's good. And plus it's a semi place, so you know they can't mess up. But I love my truck. It's a 4 on the floor, 350 gears. You can pretty much put it in second gear and take off. Except when you're up on a hill, you gotta put it in first gear. My uncle put this on. He used to work at Florida Power. He got it welded on. But I give you one good sound clip of this exhaust one more time. Now my uncle at one time, he had bigger tires, but they were Mickey Thompsons. I'm rocking 35 by 12 and a half by 15. These are good tires. I'll let you look at them. Four-wheel drive does work in this truck. But guys, I'm gonna end it here. It's hot. I'm sweating. Been working.
Hope you guys liked it, enjoyed my truck. I was really nervous about showing you guys my truck. I never really showed anybody my truck except in public. But now you guys seen my truck. I'm proud of it. Don't ask me if it's for sale because it is not. You can give me $1 million. I will not take it. I will not. You can't find them anymore. But anyways, guys, hope you like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm gonna try to post more videos on my truck. I'm thinking about starting another channel for my truck. Just look at that thing. Sexy. I'll do like restoring videos on it. But hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next time.